Da-da-da-da-da-da. This is the warm-up that you don't never see, is me doing steady singing. Go. We're wrapped in Disney mania. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Welcome to Slams and Bobs. I am still totally and utterly wired from last night. What a show! Oh my goodness. It actually, do you know, I avoided going, oh my God, like a complete Essex girl right there. Talking of Essex, Daniel Radcliffe took his driving test and passed it. Congratulations. In Hornchurch. Where was I? Not there. He was literally 20 minutes up the road from this house that we're sitting in and I wasn't there. Back to the main point. Survivor Series. What a show. For once we got a half decent show. I couldn't believe it. We all knew the rumours circulating, bearing in mind my video was shot on Thursday, so it was a bit early and one or two of the matches had a couple of little change-ups. The bunny was added with Adam Rose during the show. That was the point where I fell asleep. I had to have one nap at least. We knew the rumours circulating was Sting, that he was going to come and he was going to be in the show. I think it's all part of them trying to coerce people to stay with the network and get the network and stay with the company and come back. I'm out of focus. Sorry. I struggled to sort out my capability of viewing Survivor Series last night. Consequently, I missed the pre-show and I missed almost all of the tag match, which eternally bothers me because I was really looking forward to seeing that. My Stardust was in that match and I missed it. Not fair. Anyway, we can rewatch it. It's not a huge problem. So, I will start off with my very first point. Here are the notes I made last night. That was literally the only nap I had was Adam Rose and the bunny, and let's face it, who really wants to stay awake and see that? Steph could teach a lot of people a thing or two on the mic. She really could. They had a 15-minute opening promo, which I'm not really surprised about because the card was so very, very small last night. It was about 6, ended up being 7 matches. She is amazing as a talker. It is unbelievable how good she is, and I don't think she gets the credit she really, really deserves for that. Steph really is amazing as a talker, and, you know, when you've got women like the Bella Twats coming out and, I'll never forgive our mother for giving birth to you. That's some of the expressions that they did over the summer in the god-awful promos that we had to endure on Raw that left me sitting and just doing this. I missed virtually all of the tag match. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go back and review that. I know who won. I am not giving away any spoilers vocally. I may just kind of put it down there. I haven't really decided yet. Like Cody, I'm surprised that Damien Sandow has just taken the character and the idea of just Damien Mizdow. Like Stardust, it's stupid. It's beyond ridiculous. It should not have worked, yet he's just made it amazing. The crowd all cheered for him, so I'm not really surprised. Screw it. The Miz and Damien Mizdow won. I'm not surprised at the result because they seem to have quite a lot going at the minute. They seem to have quite a bit of steam, and as I say, Damien Mizdow Sandow is just getting all the crowd support. When he's not in the ring, he gets cheered for. So I'm not surprised they won. I don't mind that they've won. I still think that there's a good tag division out there, and I'd like to see some kind of big tag match at TLC next month. Who told Eden Styles she was good on the mic? I'm sorry, I know she's someone's wife, but seriously, I don't like it when female announcers come out and go, the following contest is scheduled for 1-4, and they kind of do this kind of like they're trying to beef up their voices. It's quite simple. The following contest is scheduled for 1-4. The following 4-on-4 load of rubbish Divas Survivor Series match is scheduled for naps, piss breaks, and go down and fill up your drink cups. Because it was pretty crap. I love that the crowd were giving my home countrywoman all the support. They were cheering on Paige. There was no reaction for anyone that came out for that match except Paige. Anyone. I just sat there and watched them all come down and it was just like dead, 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 dead. Paige, hey! Of course, we're all doing that in Britain anyway, because we love Britney. Tyson Kidd. Did you see that hood he came out in? He could have been in the Ku Klux Klan. Did you see it? It was like a big white point that come down and like, he could be in the Ku Klux Klan. That is actually really bad. I don't think they thought that hood through. That was my hilarity moment. I just sat there and was like, pfft. It's pretty funny. And why is it with the earphones? All in all, as I say, bit of a boring match. Why do they... Why do they have to scream throughout the whole bleeding match? It's unnecessary. I feel really bad that they're making Emma do all this stupid dancing. Stop out of focusing me. My lovely camera, stupid. I feel bad that she doesn't have more popularity because she should. She came into the WWE at a very bad time. It was when it was at its worst for hiring models. They seem to have moved on like this much. Literally this much. That's it. That's all they've moved on because they're still hiring pointless women that shouldn't be in there. I don't rate the match at all. I was pretty bored throughout it. I was hoping to God that Paige was going to be the lone survivor. She wasn't. What can you say? They're trying to push Total Divas again. You can't say much about it. I think the only one in that match who actually wasn't who wasn't a cast member of Total Divas was Emma. Am I right? I'm not wasting any more time on it. Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose. Now this was a hell of a match and it ended the way I wanted to. Dean Ambrose just unleashed hardcore hell. I can see some kind of ladder match coming for the next pay-per-view. He got out the big, I call it the Jeff Hardy ladder, the one that is like 3 times the height of myself. And it was just, you just sat there like with the eyes of a glowing child going, they've got weapons! I love that they've got weapons! It was amazing. I was totally hooked on the whole match. As I say, it was Psycho versus Psycho, Looney versus Looney, Looney Bin Asylum match, and it was totally worth it. I am looking forward to seeing where they're going. I don't know, I wonder if they're going to try and go for a WrestleMania match. It's a bit early on, I guess. I don't know where they're headed, and I quite like that. I don't know what's going to come of this rivalry. Obviously, one of them's going to win and one of them's going to not. We know that. But all in all, I really enjoyed it. I don't mind the end, that it was a DQ end, because quite honestly, they made up for that by getting all the hardcore stuff out and crashing through tables and going through ladders and hitting each other with chairs. Just about sums up TLC next month. It's clearly going to be a TLC match. I just answered my own question. Bum! Adam Rose versus The Bunny with Heath Slater and Michael Tarver. As I say, fell asleep. Don't remember it. Who won? It was a bit of like, it was just a filler match that was just kind of really pointless. And then we come to the point where I do this and facepalm and eternally facepalm and whack my head and go, why God, why? What happened to the rule that no cast member of Total Divas could hold the title belt? And then we come to what? Brie turns on the crowd and goes back with her sister after all that crap they put us through in the summer. You're gonna do that? After you made us watch those awful promos and wasted so many pointless minutes of my time. You put me through that and then you're what, gonna cheer? I don't care who you're doing. You're no good, you're no good, together you're no good. Get off my TV screen, stop trying to be wrestlers. Why the hell did you bury AJ like that? It all comes back to once again, and oh my God, I was screaming at my laptop this morning. Thank you, AJ, for God's sake, she's not leaving! I feel sorry for my neighbours. They're probably going, what the hell is she doing? Then again, they bang and crash on the walls at 12 o'clock at night, so they kind of deserve it. I've got no words. AJ could be headed for another break. I'm going to stand by everything I said on the pre-show video. I can't see her retiring. You know, you want and work for something all your life and what, you have 2 years of it and then leave because you marry someone who's got bad blood with the company? No. Punk, Phil, whatever you call him, Mr. Brooks, I like Mr. Brooks because I don't know you personally, will support what she does, and I just... So she launched AJBrooks.com. So what? CM Punk had a website of his own long before he left the WWE. Just saying. She is not leaving. If she leaves, I'm shocked, and that will be a Monday Moan video. But then we have the last match on the card, which had quite a lot of shocks for me, mainly because they were in St. Louis, Missouri, and Randy Orton didn't show up. I actually had kind of a half idea that it was going to be Randy Orton, Sting and Jericho all turning up at once, because Jericho had said on Twitter that he was meeting, they were all going out for dinner today, and that Randy Orton was paying. I saw that, I'm sorry, I did see that tweet, and I'm sorry, it was public. So I really did think that it was going to be all three of them, but it wasn't. So we had Team Authority versus Team Cena. Now, I had a lot of thoughts about how this was going to go. I thought Cena was going to be the last one standing against all four of them. I thought that Kane was going to be first out of the match. And actually, it totally defied all my calls. Ryback was first out, which was quite a shocker for me. Rusev was counted out. Stupid, don't care. Rusev's going to be gone in 2 years. And Lana had the cream cake hair back. Have you seen the way that they do? Who does Lana's hair in the WWE? Are you trying to do a cherry on top whenever she has... If you watch her hair, and I know there's boys out there that are going to watch this and just go, I have no idea what you're talking about, right? So if you've seen the donut bun that women have on their hair that I've never ever done to my hair, and it's like a big ring donut. I hate it, it looks ridiculous. Lana has this done, but then for some reason she just has a little bit stuck on the top like this, like a little bit of a cherry going on. Who does her hair? Fire that woman. I'm a team player. I didn't see the Big Show turn coming at all. You're standing there and they've had an elimination and out goes Cena! Yes! He's not getting all the glory. Woo! I didn't see it coming, but at the same time it kind of frustrated me because it's always the Big Show. It's always him that turns, and we go from the big friendly giant to the big angry giant. It's been done again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And it's kind of, it's old and was a bit boring. I didn't see it coming, but at the same time, I was also distracted by playing my violin, and I literally have one, as Cena walked out the ring with his sad face on because he got eliminated and wasn't going to be the sole survivor and wasn't going to go. Well, we're all secretly cheering about it because now the only person left, because Big Show walked out, is Dolph Ziggler. All on his own. Against Kane, Seth Rollins, Luke Harper. His own 4-on-1. And I was shocked. I was like, really? After all the stuff they've said about Dolph and all the stuff he's meant to have done, and now you're going to give him the glory? God, he was amazing. He ended up with a perm mullet, a la Mr. Perfect, God rest his soul, at the end of the match. A bit like Kane did in Royal Rumble 2001, where he come out with soaked hair and then slowly the hair just grew from his head. Only I noticed things like that. But my God, what a show he put on, Jesus Christ. Triple H has taken note from Ric Flair and just does everything Ric Flair does when he goes out as a manager for a match. Slowly sweats like a pig and just strips off everything. And so Triple H come out, nice suit on, blazer was on, tie was done up to the neck, and just slowly the tie came off, the shirt, and then he was sweating like a pig. And then he's in the ring because Dolph's about to beat Seth, and then suddenly we hear, rah, rah, rah. That was a terrible crow impression. And I'm just sat there, I was like, ah! Out comes Sting! I had chosen not to believe it because I don't like to believe in things like that and spoil it for myself, but even though I'd heard it, it was still a lovely, lovely shock. And the crowd just went mad. I was just sat there in front of my... There's a little reaction photo, and if anyone actually likes my Facebook, you can if you want, it's underneath. I just was like, ah! It was one of those moments. Sting's gone blonde. Sting has gone blonde. Dear old Steve Borden's gone blonde. He's no longer a brunette. Still the best looking member age-wise of the over 50s club. Not from attraction, womanly purposes, but compared to The Undertaker, who's younger than him, dude looks amazing. It was 3:50 AM when Sting finally came out. I really wish he brought the baseball bat. That's just a me thing. I'm just picking holes here. And I just sat there and screamed in front of the TV. Bearing in mind, my mother sleeps in the next room. She's up at 4:30. I was thinking, Jesus Christ, how did she not wake up? I just didn't care. I was so excited and so into the match that, wow. I mean, as a pay-per-view goes, with adrenaline pumping and my heart thumping, the show ended at 4 o'clock and somehow I had to go to bed and sleep with a heart like this and my eyes going, Jesus, show me that again, show me that again. As pay-per-views go for recent years, that had everything. I mean, there was a shock at the end, it was great fun. It was a really strong pay-per-view for recent years. I mean, all right, you had your moments with the Divas Survivor Series match and then the Adam Rose and the Bunny thing, but as a whole, and of course the letdown of the Bellas and AJ Lee and annoyed about that, but what can I say? It was all on the last match, and yeah, all right, maybe Bray and Dean Ambrose kind of got a little bit in there and kind of they fought for the top spot, but nothing beat that moment. And Jesus Christ, am I happy that Dolph Ziggler's just going to get the glory for this and not Cena. That is kind of the pinnacle thing for me. When you had Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler laid in a heap, just as Sting come down, you could almost just feel the little pile-on of the two of them just marking out on the floor going, it's freaking Sting! Oh my God! And they're laying there just kind of trying to look beat up. They're going, Sting, it's Sting, it's Sting. Oh my God, it's Sting. And you could just feel it from their little pile. That was Survivor Series. I'm going to give it an A, not an A+, purely for the letdown, maybe an A- for the letdown of AJ Lee, for the Divas match, and for the bunny thing, because I'm just a bit of whatever with that. And also from my personal experience, because I struggled to actually work it to begin with. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. Keep watching for more Slams&Bobs. I've got a shampoo thing coming up. My hair is actually lovely today. I enjoy being here. Tell me what you think. Subscribe, Facebook, whatever you want to do. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you enjoyed the show. Love you all. See you again.